Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. I've been looking forward to this for so long. Holy shit, it's been a while. It's been a while since we went into the game, since we played a little bit. I don't want to hold you any longer. We're just gonna go in with trying to regain our footing and see what we can do. If I remember correctly, last time we died to a post box. We had some interesting conversations after that. Actually, a check that we failed first time, we actually succeeded in that one, and then we had like a heart-to-heart talk with Kim. We're still looking for money, right? We don't know where we sleep tonight because we have these debts, and yeah, right. So we'll still have to see if there's something we can actually find. I'll say like we hedge our bets probably. We have the volumetric shit compressor on in our brain, and I'd say like the best thing we can do is actually to just get in there and find a way to deal with the entire situation, right? Wait it out, do the shit compressor stuff, and yeah, pretty much wait until we've gotten our shit together, basically. And do something in the meantime. One thing we can do is, since we succeeded in that one check, we can actually look behind the, like in the old commercial district behind the bookshop. If there's something behind the curtain, we can maybe solve that case and get something out of it. Other than that, we could probably also talk to Measurehead again because of like the whole race theory thing that we figured out an episode ago. We'll just see if we can figure this out and get this party started, basically. Let me just crop this little thing in here, in the corner, get us situated a little bit. I think this is like big enough. Do let me know if you think it should be bigger or it shouldn't be. But yeah, I brought my disco glasses. It's not disco glasses, but you know. It's pilot glasses. I thought it appropriate to just start up again. And actually, let's just get into it. Oh, I had it very silently. I mean, it's like appropriately loud on your end because I literally can just adjust it on your end. Okay, Disco Elysium. Let's continue from where we left off. Alright, where are we? 1802. Oh, holy shit, I didn't remember that it's already been so late. Alright, let me see. Ain't got a level point. We got some like inventory shit, but we probably, I think we even got like the lieutenant's handkerchief, which is insane if you think about it, right? Him actually being... Somebody pointed out that this is not too much of a common occurrence, that Lieutenant is actually pretty nice to us. I mean, at the very least, that he kind of seems to value us a lot, and we get the more soft response. Yeah, volumetric shit compressor. Let's see what we can actually get up to. Go into the journal and see what tasks we have left. Find out who is in the union box. Unruly union men gather in the mess hall, whirling in wrecks. They're not there today, but most likely they'll eventually show up. Keep an eye out for them. Okay, so not today. We need to find booze. We can pretty much eliminate that one. We can investigate the doomed commercial area. Search for the malignant entity. Palisade said she lives inside a chimney. Find a way in. I mean, we found a way in, kind of. Equip and complete volumetric ship compressor. We got this one on track as well. Track down your badge. Probably gonna take a little bit of a longer time. Ask Kuno. I think we're not gonna do that. And it may take a while, so we don't have any answers on the trash yet. Who made the call reporting the crime? Keep search for the call. Despite lacking any, might take a while, right? The whirling in rags, secret passages. We need to find a way in there, right? Some kind of key, or maybe we can do something with the pry bar. Need to sing karaoke at some point in time. The Enigma talking to Measurehead again. And pass on Pam when it's internalized, return to Measurehead. This is how thinking is. Wait, don't we have that in our thing already? Yeah, we kind of completed that, right? Interesting. Get a reality lockdown. You have no idea where you are. Lena encouraged you to ask other people to explain the world to you. Yeah, I mean, if we meet them and can ask them about stuff. Find any information you can on the gun. Yeah, okay, so the best bet we do have right now, at least for the the end of the day activity, is actually go in there and do something about it. Let's talk to the kid again and see if she has anything to say. What is crime, this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Almost like this here. Wait, not crime fiction, I need to know what crime is. She doesn't know what to say. Damn, alright. It's that bad, point to your head.
Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
Why would anyone want to read about crime?
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
Yeah, good crime novels, good crime fiction actually gives you all of the pieces you need to get it all together. I agree with that. It's very fun to kind of just... I mean, most of the time you don't actually get the whole picture before the book actually explains it to you, but oftentimes you have a big, a bunch of big puzzle pieces that you can figure out where you're like, oh, I think this is the case. And oftentimes then our brain kind of heuristically puts together a running theory of who the murderer was or what the circumstances were. And even though you're rarely ever spot on with what's actually gonna happen, oftentimes you can actually predict certain things, certain elements of what's happening. I'm a policeman myself, by the way.
You don't look much like a policeman.
I know. I know, stop killing my vibes. She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Well, what does a cop look like, then?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
And we were called Dick Mullen earlier, right? She points to a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. I used to be exactly like that Mullen guy. Then I decided to live a little. You know? Like, just take some drugs. Just have some fun, dude. Just not being stick in the mud like this Mullen guy. You know, nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. That's just a stupid fantasy of a man. I mean, yeah, there are people who actually look as good as what you draw, right? In terms of like perfection and whatnot. But what you often see is an idealized type. So a person who has all the looks, a person who has all the personality, right? A person who has the whole picture. And oftentimes, like you'll be hard pressed to find a person who actually fits all of those criteria, being upstanding, being morally on the good side, basically, at least from like the general majority standpoint, being somebody who doesn't have personality issues and characteristic, and who has like an idealized body, right? Takes care of himself mentally, physically, and all of that. There's certainly people who are more put together, and there's people who've kind of won the genetic lottery, definitely. But I would say that they are in the minority. And also, like, a character that has all of the positives isn't all that fun, right? Are they? Because if you think about it, I'm just gonna take down those sunglasses because I'm gonna be quite honest with you. They are kind of hindering my ability to see which options I already picked because it's just a little bit darker and I can't make the difference anymore. But yeah, I think that a character that doesn't have flaws is very difficult to write interestingly because there's basically nothing that can happen like in terms of like the character that specifically can develop, right? Because you can't, if you're perfect, you can't get more perfect, right? And everything falls in your lap, and you're always just capable of doing everything. There's no struggle, and struggle is something that, I guess, like a fundamental experience of the human condition, right? It's fundamental experience of you and me going through life. There is struggle, even if sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less, right? There's fun times too, but it's that contrast that makes up the spice of life, right? Like that difference between having to actually overcome things, having to develop, having to self-reflect and actually improve yourself, and enjoying the fruits of your labor, right? Enjoying your relationships, enjoying the time you spend with people that you love, the time you spend just goofing off, right? All of these things. But it's that difference that makes the human experience. And if you have somebody who's already got it all, it's very hard for people to kind of connect to that, because, and it's very hard also to create any kind of tension, because you can get to those people, right? Even if they're put in a difficult situation where the subject matter is having to save other people, or like other people being in danger and possibly dying and whatnot, there's still the fact that since this person is so perfect, there's little they could have done differently or better, even if that person in question dies and whatnot, right? And since they're relatively perfect person, they'll also find a relatively good way to actually process all of that. And that kind of just falls flat in connecting with us, because oftentimes we do struggle in processing our emotional dilemma, our like loss of loved ones, and all of these things, or difficult situations, stressful situations, and phases in our lives that we're being put into. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your point to the head. It's your vast intellect. Well, look at that. The guy, I'll never be as good as Dick. Holy shit, dude. That's some, like, depression level thinking, dude. I actually had other questions. Yeah, no. We're gonna go for... It's not your body that's important, police. No. You know, nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. That's just a stupid fantasy of a man. Because, like, the body is also important, right? We've seen that a couple of times with physicality. just last episode when we died to a fucking postbox.
She looks at Dick Mullen, frowning, dark, arrogant, violent, likely overcompensating for something.
Wait, who is overcompensating for something?
He isn't even drawn right.
Dick Mullen, you mean? Okay, he isn't even drawn right. This is not how human shoulders work. The perspective is all wrong. Probably got a violent streak because he's emotionally stunted. That is kind of jumping to conclusions, dude.
She examines the picture, trying to find whatever is wrong with it. She then shrugs and puts the book aside, unconvinced.
We failed, boys. That's just no way to cop. I can do it way better than Dick Mullen. Hell fucking yeah.
Sir. He's just a fictional character. He'll be no match for you.
Aw, she's so supportive.
Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
Take a kid to a crime scene. Bring your daughter to work. Hey, why not? Okay, I'm going to do something now. Oh, we can maybe try this. Okay, let's try it.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
Ooh, asking the real questions, being observant. Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going.
You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help. You can show them to me. Actually, I'd rather not deduce anything. Every time I deduce, people get hurt. Holy shit, that is real. You can show them to me. You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help. We'll try the empathetic route.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest.
Come on, Kim, pay attention.
A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
Ooh, okay. So he's keeping a poker face. It's okay.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
Chewing nails, biting nails, stress response, okay?
I knew this from me keeping my hands folded?
She shoots you a suspicious glance. There were a few others, super simple for a detective such as myself. And we're not gonna be bragging, we're gonna be serious, because this is a child. You need to actually explain it properly. You gotta be like, ha, right? If you're like, ha, of course, I'm special, right? That's not gonna teach her anything.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Oh, holy shit, she shoots us down. Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. Oh, she's pushing back on it. All right. We're gonna do this. Want more? I bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in mind.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
You're uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you. I don't know if that's true, but there's some truth in that. Rats have been nibbling at your fingers, child labor in dismal working conditions. Holy shit. We are revealing child labor in action, right? Red-handed. Jude on nails means you're recycling your body material. Actually, very thoughtful, very interesting, very good. Everybody should be chewing their nails to recycle body material. It's an intense dedication to the way of business. There's no riches without personal sacrifice. Holy shit, dude. Pseudo-intellectual answer. Yeah, you're uptight because... I wouldn't call it uptight, but yeah. Because you're stressed because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you.
So, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Either way, another ace seduction of the #1 detective in town, right? Don't care about your girl. Kind of shitty that we can't put like an empathetic answer in there, but okay. I hope this entertained you.
It was okay, sir.
You still got a rebellious streak. She shouldn't lose that one either, right? That's adorable.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You think so? Fine. Do better to do something about me. That was a masterclass move. Whatever, kid. I don't need to prove myself to you. Was so high and mighty, no.
You're quite sober.
She snaps back quickly.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit.
He is intensely not flinching.
It takes effort.
Of course it does. Wait, how do you know I'm usually not? I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? Yeah, about that. Maybe you could point me towards some booze. It's like, kid, tell me where some alcohol is. I need some. I need it. And I'm having a grand time. I'm also sad and my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
She looks you in the eye, a gleam of sympathy on her face.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
Ooh, have we unlocked a memory?
There's something you're missing.
Was it Rome? No. Suggest. Oh no! I mean, it's a white check, but still, what are you missing, and why does this feel familiar? I mean, we can go for the chance.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you learned in the game.
Ah! God damn it. We're gonna find out. Miss, can you explain to me what romance is? I really don't know.
Book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation.
Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
Man and lady business. What about a poor man getting a rich lady? Okay, we had that example, right? No, we didn't.
It happens. But usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly. Like during the revolution or something.
Yeah. Spot on.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both of the men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
Oh, maybe they do. What if it's written really well?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
These are very interesting answers, I gotta say. What about when everybody is poor?
It's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Fucking oof, holy shit, that was like a knockout punch just now. Sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
Yeah, romance is all about good feelings, right? It's all about, I mean, it's also about the struggle, but it's also about like reaching something that is better than that, right? It's also about like all of these warm, fuzzy feelings that we have. Kind of escapism in a way, right? Romanticizing something, that's a term for a reason, right? To put something into a frame where we can see it and be like, okay, I like this better, right? Making it appear more enjoyable than it actually is in reality, right? More favorable to you, more favorable to the people you're rooting for, that you can identify with in a way. What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Why did she bring that up? Why did she fucking bring that up? Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup? Being very specific right now.
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
It's a drama. She pauses, trying to figure out the appropriate answer. No, think about it. One day, where they plunge into a torrid spiral of pain and decrimination, only it's really long and drawn out. Scarred for life. Phantom... Whoa!
No, I don't know.
Doesn't ring a bell. Alright, I'll ask your mom. Pause.
Yes, she knows books. Definitely.
She does.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain?
An autobiography, probably. That's enough romance for me. I had other questions.
About other books?
Who are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold reddened cheek, then continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Or to dream to be like that.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Well, you don't say. Because the time they spend reading them is time they don't spend working on that, right? And it's not like it's an instruction book. This is just a book about, I don't know, famous and rich people who are being eccentric. Reading those doesn't make the readers more famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
It does indeed. It does indeed. Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day. Fame is for vain people. I have better things to do, like art. These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks. No, they're not dorks. Dorks are better than that.
Okay, sir.
She stamps her feet, waiting for what comes next. Well, Annette, I'll leave you to it for now. We'll go and try if we can fix this problem for... I don't know how she was called.
You're alive and well.
Plaisance.
Waiting now. What's in there?
Hold on, I actually haven't done anything yet. So I just wanted to ask a few questions. No, I didn't.
What about?
All the pressure has made Annette really anxious. You know she's been chewing her nails.
God, I've told her not to do that. It's disgusting. And I told you to mind your own business. Clearly, you have no idea how hard it is to raise a girl in this economy.
It's really hard to raise children in general. That isn't an excuse, Plaisance.
This economy is a mysterious force, like cosmic weather.
Indeed.
Mysterious and harsh.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Okay, let me talk about this for a second. I'm sorry. We talked about this a little bit in the last episode, but this is no way to approach something. It's like these are the kinds of adults who go about life and they experience hardship and pain and they go through it and they succeed despite that, right? And then they they mistakenly think that they succeeded because of that, right? That this is pain, suffering, all of these things, right? I kind of need it, right? And you need willpower to overcome them, and then only then will you be successful, or will you have learned something, or will you have grown as an adult. And while it's true that challenges, right, that challenges make us grow, the distinction is in the word, right? We do have pain and suffering on the one hand, and we do have challenges on the other hand. You need to know how to actually deal with the challenges. Willpower is this like mysterious force that people put out as like, you just need to have enough willpower to do it, right? But what even is willpower? I think it's way more important to actually have the right strategies to deal with that, right? To have the right strategies to process. Obviously, biting her nails for Annette is a maladaptive strategy, a way to release tension when she actually is feeling that tension from all of the stress that she has, from all of like the worries that she possibly has, that I can very well see her mother also putting onto her passively, right? Her mother and her talking in the evening when they eat their dinner or whatever, and she's like constantly complaining about the economy, right? And how nobody's gonna give you anything for free and stuff like that, and how like you have to suffer to actually get to somewhere, right? All of these things, these ideas that she has, that she herself is struggling with, right? That she herself is not done processing, or maybe she gave up on processing them. She puts that onto that child, and a child's mind is very active, right? It's there to learn, right? And it's especially when you have an authority figure, somebody who you trust, somebody who raised you, right? Somebody who is like your primary person of contact, your primary person of emotional relation, then you take a lot of that up from these people, and that can do a lot of damage if you put that stuff onto them. Like, also, it's very, like, in a way, it's very internalizing the way Plaisance deals with that. She's not like, okay, let's try to change the environment of Annette, right? Let's try to make it easy for her, or easier for her. Let's try to teach her some skills that actually might help her, not with life, right? In terms of like selling books and whatnot. She's a bright child. She's pretty intelligent. But let's try to teach her skills in life that are actually very important for her personally to deal with with these mental issues, right? Or let's try to let her talk to somebody who might be more experienced in doing that. No, she believes that all of that is Annette's own fault. In a way, not she doesn't put it directly like that, but she's like, she just needs enough willpower, right? And what if she doesn't have enough of this willpower that you propose, right? This mysterious force that we haven't clearly defined what it is, right? What then? Is she then just a failure as your child? Is that the point, right? Is it like, okay, she wasn't good enough and that's it? Or should we not raise people up to actually maximize their potential? And that's not what she's doing. She's saying this is very internal. It doesn't change, right? If she doesn't have enough willpower, she'll fail. If she has enough willpower, she'll be able to do it. She has, in a way, right? I do understand that she's putting the fate into Annette's hands. She's like, right, this is all in Annette's hands, but it automatically leads to these conclusions, right? And whenever something is going wrong, whenever something occurs that Annette can't handle with, then what her mother is basically saying is letting Annette basically think that it's all her own fault that she can't overcome that. And that's not true. That's just not true. Sometimes we need help, sometimes we need that support, sometimes we need to learn things that we can't learn on our own, that we have to learn in conjunction and in interaction with other people.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
What you're doing is wrong. Even I know that, and I usually don't know anything. That is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe make an exception for your daughter. I don't think that's gonna fly with her. Yeah, actually, it's super all right for kids to chew their hands off. Forget I said anything. Actually, sometimes you want to say that, right? Just to stick it to them, but I think this is the right response here.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there.
That doesn't sound genuine, but at least she's got to get her in.
There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
See, very interesting how she expresses that, right? She's like a person who is very well read, supposedly, right? She's a person, right? She does have her like weird voodoo beliefs, whatever, but right? She reads a lot of books. She seems to be able to comprehend a lot of these books as well, right? She doesn't seem like the person who is dumb, and yet she describes herself as somebody who has a rather dull mind, and she says, I have what my mother called a dull mind. She kind of gives you the hint that possibly this all started with her mother as well, right? The mother has kind of been putting these thoughts into her head that she herself isn't intelligent enough, that she has to kind of grasp to actually make things happen. She has to, like, my husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. She says he tries to teach me. She's not saying he's teaching me business lessons. She's saying he tries to. And the implication is I'm partially too dumb to actually understand, which is putting yourself down, right? And recognizing, like, this is what we see in depression a lot, recognizing that if we see the things that are happening to us in the world as being internal, right? Being like result of our own characteristics, right? I'm too dumb. I will never be able to, right? To mount to anything, right? I just don't have the requirements for it. If we do perceive them as very stable, right? Like they won't change over time, right? I'll never be, like I just said. And if we also see them as global, right, applicable to all fields, right, like me being bad at math automatically means I'm dumb, and me being dumb automatically means I'm also bad at, I don't know, at language studies, at natural sciences, at everything else, right? When we apply, right, and suddenly our world, right, that was so open and right open for possibilities, it shrinks to a very, very narrow field where we're like, maybe I can do this, but beyond that is nothing for me, right? And my world is very, very small, and I'm very, very incapable. This is how I carry myself throughout life. And since I carry myself like this, I get the appropriate response, right? People treat me like I treat myself, basically. And then you have the problem of this self-perpetuating cycle of doom, basically, the doom spiral. Yeah.
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
Exactly, right. You're like Annette to your husband. You're like Annette to your husband, your mother. I think that is, yeah. You're to Annette like your husband and your mother are to you. I don't know if that's the right thing to. Maybe we can't save. Okay, I'm gonna try that because I think this is just a typo.
Oh, well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energies around that person. But my husband...
She shakes her head.
My husband is completely different. Of course.
Of course. Is this husband Annette's father? Is she an only child? She told me that she doesn't go to school anymore.
Yes. My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Wait, Grand Couronne, what's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects.
Okay.
Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
And your husband's also involved. I'm not sure what I think about that housing business thing. It sounds like this is like a lot of social space, like social housing, which isn't bad, right? It's a great thing, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like rich people stuff, right? And your husband's also involved with the bookstore?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
It sounds to me like he's not just a silent partner in that regard, but...
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so.
Is Annette an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Why not?
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
Oh, okay, at least she's not like she's thinking a little bit more about that. She told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course.
I hope it's temporary.
I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
Yeah, and if it never takes off?
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into.
Maybe at some point in time we can convince her. Alright, I've got something else in mind.
The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
Farewell for now, book peddler. We're gonna try to actually solve this thing, and after that we might be reading, like we might be talking to Annette a little bit. See if she's doing better now.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Pull the curtains open?
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash.
And some
A doorway
cashews.
stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
A small, terrified O escapes from Plaisance as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands. What are we thinking?
Volumetric
Ooh!
ship compressor.
We compressed our shit.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals.
Oh, I'm sure the
These
gigadecimals.
hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
It does remain to be seen indeed, because holy fucking shit. All endurance white checks unlock learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Holy fuck, that is cool. That is cool. But the way I understand that, we might have to get our shit together multiple times. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. But yeah, okay. Our shit is compressed. We could up the endurance stat, hopefully, maybe next time. That could be a cool thing to do. Alright, let's go through here. Let's see if we can actually find some interesting stuff here. And what's that? Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. Ooh. A painting? A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. David Bowie, is that you?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Knock on the door. I'm the one who knocks. I'm sorry, I had to. That's not good. Break down the door. Okay. Knock on the door?
Only an echo. No one is there.
God damn it. Unlock the door with the key.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Actually, I'm putting the mic a little bit back. Don't hear me chewing maybe a little bit. Kim, maybe you should go first?
Detective, you're the one in charge.
The lieutenant's like, after you, sir. Open the door and enter. Alright, we do have what looks like an old gym room-ish. Alright, let me see. Sand is dripping from a punching bag. Okay, cool. The poster says, Sitius Fortis, the rest is worn off. I haven't studied Latin. What is that? A shot put ball. Alright, fair enough. Can we do anything with that? A ball used for playing shot put, a favorite pastime of elderly gentlemen. You feel like you should hold on to this and make use of it. To sell such beautiful old school sports equipment would be a sin. Right, so don't sell it. It might be useful. We have this one. Kim actually wants to talk. Worn out wall bars. They look unsafe. Alright, Kim. What's on your mind, my boy?
What is this place?
The lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. It's the netherworld, beyond the veil. Looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages.
He draws a stripe on the dusty floors with his
I
foot.
doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
Alright, I mean, fair.
Feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one's been here in ages? God, Kim. Kim, I hear the voices whispering. They tell me this is not a good place. Let's just... let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house. Nothing mysterious here. No, what if there's a reason?
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Kim is an Arkham's Razor kind of guy. Alright, let me see what we can do with that.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates.
Oh, this is gonna go horribly wrong, isn't it? Actually...
It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar?
We're not gonna try. I'm sorry, we're not gonna try. We're gonna die. Okay, we're gonna die. We don't have any stim packs. Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone.
Were we boxers, or did we like do some boxing as when we were younger?
It's just a memory.
Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell.
Right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of a bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony. I don't really care about safety hazards.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Alright, I mean, we might try to lift the weight later. Try our luck, but, you know, that will be the end of this stream, and we're gonna end it with another death. Maybe we should end the stream with just deaths each time. Alright, so we can increase endurance. I think it would be cool if we could actually, like, we need some of these things sometimes, right? We can't just... I'm actually gonna go for endurance on this one, just to increase our chances for next time. I know we can just put it to 2, which is kind of shitty, but it is what it is, right? Like, there's nothing else we can do regarding that. I do hope that we may be able to get some more on that. Oh yeah, and it updated the map for the check that we could do. Okay, now we need inventory, and we need to go and activate like the... Oh yeah, here we go, here we go. This is the sound of the police. Alright, knock knock. Oh, the hallway is blocked by old window panes and debris. Okay, alright, cool. Not seeing anything right here. I don't know if I need to actually shine on stuff to identify it as interactable. Ooh, no, I don't. But there's a lot of shit in here. Alright. Airship rotors covered in spider webs. They remind you of blades. Alright. A naked mannequin torso. Oh, no. A strange yellow color. What's happening? But where are the clothes it used to display? I mean, probably lying around somewhere. We got some money. There's like some... Ooh, even more money. Nice. Blue velvet, soft to the touch, moth-bitten. Of course it's moth-bitten. Should have known. Alright, there's something back here. Cabinets and all that shit. Wait, what? Production schedule, filament memory. What is that? Okay, let me check that out. The fuck is that? Cube-like crisscross of filaments feels oddly fragile in your hands. Its intricate structure covered in dust. Silver tape on the side reads production schedule. Note, this filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer. This feels important. Kind of. Like, I don't know if it is important, but it's worth $50. Holy shit, we could sell that. Could sell that. But I don't want to sell it. It might be important. Steel rotor blades bearing a Slipstream logo. Okay. Skis with Slipstream printed on the laminated top layer.
Like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
The skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
Prototyping, nice. But the question is, which did they start with and which did they pivot to? Yeah, asking the real questions here. What a strange leap of imagination, and yet they still failed. How sad. That's just speculation, we don't know anything for sure. We keep asking questions, people.
That's a good question.
Yeah, thank you very much. People, remember that. Keep asking questions, that's very important. Especially in psychology, but in general. Keep asking questions. What a strange leap of imagination, yet they still failed. That's just speculation, we don't know anything for sure.
Reality is ruthless.
Reality is ruthless indeed. Because it doesn't care about you. Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuff mount. Oh, okay. Stuffed and mounted. Okay, cool. Oh, this is another room. I didn't peek that. Okay. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Well, we can't interact with anything here, so let's just go here. This is the next stuff. Alright, right. We can't go through here, so let's go around here. Oh. Did we come from this side? Yeah, I think we came from this side. No, we didn't. Actually, we came from here, right? We came from in here, so this is another room. Okay, let's check out the rest of this room.
Your flashlight
The fuck
slides
is
over
this?
an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural.
Yeah, there's an elf holding a sword. What the fuck is this?
Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Alright, inspect the drawings
These
first.
lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic.
Okay. Is this like a personal, like, D&D stuff? Or what?
Translucent welkins.
What are
Gold
welkins?
shining under their skin. And even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space.
Yeah, there's gotta be like some weird kind of alternate universe D&D shit.
Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind?
Thank you, Inland Empire. Very, very cool.
You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin.
Holy shit.
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the welkin. This is important. This is important. Okay.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin.
Ooh,
His
a high
face
welkin.
white and scarred like cracked marble.
Mm-hmm.
This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged.
Why is it always coming back to this shit? Why is it always coming back to this shit? People, we had that in 1933, okay? Let's move on. It's the future, old man.
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
The High Welkin to find them. The High Welkin to Sorry, I failed you, Lord of the Rings fans. The High Welking to bring them all, and the High Welking to bind, and in the darkness bind them. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I failed. I'm sorry.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welking creatures.
Kim, I agree. Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions. One of them is a Welkin supremacist. Whisper. Well, this has been educational. Let's move on. I'm gonna whisper this to Kim.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
The lieutenant nods at the Welkin's facial hair. Yeah, he's clearly superior. Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
Weird. Really weird. I can't understand people like that. Very eccentric, very weird. Maybe we should outlaw people like them. Who are these creatures? Who drew them?
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
But you never know, Kim. You never know. Maybe the Welkins are real. The Welkins are real. They're in our foot. In our foot? In our floor. They're in our walls. Well, this has been educational. Let's move on from the Welkins.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what?
It's all gone. Holy shit. And we end depressively. Inspect the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow.
Holy shit, he's building like an entire fucking world.
Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones.
Those could be very inspirational for like creating atmosphere in like a fictional landscape.
You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
Wait, I heard that name Whirl before. Where did I hear that before? Inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50.
Oh, we are 51, right?
Words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
Why is this all on one chalkboard? Hello?
Minimi.
Do you not have
stands for a
teams?
mini meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Of course, all of these management schemes. I know a couple of people who would be able to tell me more about stuff like that, but holy fuck no. Thank you. The most boring part of psychology for me. Like the most off-putting part of psychology to me is like, I don't want to deal with that. Keep reading what happened. Step back and look at something else.
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer.
Okay.
The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
Lieutenant looks at the frigid ice field of nothingness.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
And we have that one, right? Inspect the
The
notes.
handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe."
Slogans. Call in, tune out. Whirl untethered and heat death of the universe. Okay. Interesting. They like built an entire world there and didn't work out.
This
Unfortunate.
appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework.
Ooh, is that the thing we
The
can put it
keyboard
in?
has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
He sounds surprised and a bit
This
cautious.
is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120.
Oh, I love our
equipped
interfacing.
with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Do you think I should turn it on?
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
Turn on the
The
machine.
machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
I love them using like the what it's called, like this the weird synthesizer thing. I feel like this is the one that I use for like Star Trek for the soundtrack stuff, like the weird the weird sound effects that they have for some of the technology. But yeah, I was gonna say, like, I had that thought just a moment ago when I started this dialogue. I do wonder if a part of like that like failed project world whatever is maybe somebody of Saum actually built in here, and they have experienced at a previous workplace or at whatever, right? That there was something like that where they tried to build up like some kind of D&D pen and paper game, and then they failed and it didn't work out. All right, look inside the compartment.
It's empty, like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
Okay.
The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Insert the production schedule, let's do it.
Drawer. The filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver.
Ooh, purring.
Have you stirred the ghost of the doomed commercial area from its rest? Could this be its dismembered heart beginning to flutter? The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Oh, I love how they built the atmosphere, that's really cool.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1.
Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine, right in the street Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1, okay.
Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Is this a machine? What are you, a machine or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
When my partner tells me that you're here because your radio computer guys are all paranoid. Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am?
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station.
And she's still alive. Holy shit, like it's not a machine. Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
Oh shit, how long have you been doing this?
Doesn't it get lonely, sitting there all by herself?
Doesn't it get lonely doing this job?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk to people all day.
You're not wrong. I find that very interesting. If you've talked a lot to people who have been around before the internet age, this is kind of a conversation that you sometimes encounter. And for somebody who has lived in the internet like me, right? Like I've lived and breathed the internet since I was, I don't know, 13. It's insane, right? It's insane talking to somebody who's like, yeah, but interacting face to face is different. And yes, it is. It's true, right? We have pheromones. We have a lot of like non-verbal cues that are going on between people that we can't really read when we talk to somebody over the internet. But with technology getting more and more intricate, more and more detailed, with there being more and more possibilities to actually deal with people face to face, even through the internet when we're like hundreds of miles apart from one another, it has become more and more like real life communication. There's this whole debate in like psychology where we're talking about if it should be allowed to do therapy with somebody while they are in their home, right? When you are somewhere completely else across like over the internet. I know there's like a lot of like services such as like BetterHelp, where some people are like, I don't know about BetterHelp, right? Like, because there was a couple of like questionable things that were going on there, but other people are like still supporting them because they say like they fixed those issues, right? That became public a while ago, and they kind of are okay again in a way, right? There's the question about licensing, right? The license is if people are actually checked, right? The therapists, if they're being checked and stuff like that, and BetterHelp says they do. But yeah, but this is part of a grander debate, right? About if it is okay to actually do therapy for somebody via the internet when these people don't have readily access to internet, because that's the upside of it, right? When people actually don't have regular access to psychologists or therapists in their area, when they have to drive 300, 400 miles, that is a giant barrier of entry for people who actually really need the therapy. And maybe the 2 or 3 therapists that are in your region, they are not appropriate for you because you are not able to form a proper connection to them for some reason, right? Personalities clash or whatever. Or maybe they're not the therapists that are specialized in the very thing that you are struggling with. And then you have to ask the question, isn't it morally and just like incredibly convenient that we have the internet now and can use that? And before COVID, all of this was like a very big no from all the therapists and everybody you ask. Like, there's been studies that were made where people were asked, hey, how effective do you think stuff like that will be? And the answer oftentimes was, I don't think it will be effective at all, or like there will be a lot missing. And yes, there's all elements that are missing, but people they asked the same people after COVID pandemic where stuff like that had to happen, like over the internet oftentimes. And people were surprised, like therapists were surprised how effective it can be. I mean, obviously, most of them still prefer in-person therapy because there is an element of like a relationship that's going on there, and there's like important aspects that you still cannot get over the internet in terms of like what you need to be observing and keeping track of as a therapist, and what the other person experiences, right? Like, imagine you're in your own home and you talk to a therapist, and like, I don't know, your husband or your wife keeps interrupting, right? They keep just walking in, or your children are there, or right, and stuff like that, right? And then the question is it as effective because you can't focus yourself on that, and you're not in an environment that is outside of your usual environment that might be perpetuating your problems. But the upsides are definitely there, and there's a good argument to be made for some cases to actually be done via the internet.
That's why she does this.
Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident.
Wait. I don't know if I should ask that. That's the question. Maybe we need to look for that.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow.
Let's leave that for a second. I want to see if there's something on here that
this old
gives us something.
This is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. The mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pesantic.
I have no idea what you just said. Hold on, how do I know what Kadran mosaic tiles are supposed to look like? Exactly.
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun.
So was I in the classroom, basically?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Might be connected to a thingamabob here.
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Maybe all the relay points, right? This company seems big, way too big. So we're dealing with something medical here? I don't think so.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. The
Ooh.
note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
Ooh, okay. Is it a radio pen and paper game? Holy
They
shit.
must have had massive air width. These things don't come cheap.
Wait, who's the game master?
Someone very important.
Indeed.
The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
On-air game, right? You across the radio. How would that work? That is insane.
A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like.
Ooh,
All
okay.
of this is gone, left unrealized.
Yeah, but some of it is still up, as we can see.
There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
It's part of a larger thing, right?
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
I mean, it wouldn't be a rare occurrence. The cost of Airwave alone must have been huge.
Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else? Winter the lines.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Alright. Next.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Someone tried to exercise the curse using technology. Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. That might be. I just failed business. The only question is, what the hell were they making? I mean, this almost seems more likely.
No, that's not it. I think...
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together.
He
like
asked me in order to, so he can explain it to me. Okay, cool.
Looks like one
Well
of those
played.
popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Yeah.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
How were they planning to do that? Has anyone ever done this before? And this was a role-playing game? What do you think happened to the company?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interinsulary game before. We just don't have the technology.
Internet, basically. Holy fuck. How were you planning? How were they planning to do
Through
that?
call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
That's gonna be an impossible task, not gonna lie.
Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
And this was a role-playing game?
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game.
Oh, this is where I heard it. This is where I heard it.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real.
Immediately.
This game is too good to be left unfinished.
Is the subtle message in Saum? Do you want the millions of real in order to make your next game? What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
The Rutan tilts his head thinking. They were insane if they thought they could do this. It was just a play to cheat money out of their investors' pockets. Many people would think that, right? And many people would be right to think that in some cases. Or at the very least, I think sometimes it's like you start with those ambitions and then you see you can't realize them and you're like, holy shit, I took all of that money and now I can't realize it. And people will be disappointed. So maybe you just fucking take the money and run. And I can see that a good deal of people would probably be doing that. Problem is, if you ever turn up again, your reputation is ruined. So people are like, isn't this the guy who scammed everybody? I mean, internet is big enough to actually maybe build your reputation up back again, but it's gonna be hard work after that. The curse got them, I see no other explanation. The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company, let's finish it. Oh, holy shit. Do we have any money? Let's give them more money so they can finish it and make it even bigger.
It's too late for that, I'm afraid.
He says, looking around the derelict room, the pipes howl and the rat crosses the floor.
Let's keep moving.
Scribbled across the notebook, developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Holy shit. That's cool. Can we do something else now that we have the radio
Tiles
frequencies?
on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print. The speaker comes to life.
Yeah, we press play again.
Good evening, Fortress Exit. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
You had to flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care.
Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive
Call-in radio games. That's what the catalog
That's
says.
what
Okay.
the catalog says.
Sorry, lady.
That's not bad.
Wow, so concept. What's this interactive calling game?
Any other questions?
Static drowns her response. You hear her ask when the connection finally improves. Okay, what's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
You mean the glowing thing I put inside?
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Ooh, what's
Password.
going on?
Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
It's not my birthday, but that is hilarious. This is the police. Please open this thing. I don't know the password. The password, I'm really bad at password. Can you give me a hint?
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Received. I will write.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress Accident. Thank
Indeed.
Tiles on the cube.
Alright, can we
Tiles
press
on the
print?
cube. Nothing happens.
Alright, fair enough. We'll keep exploring and we'll come back for this thing because maybe we'll take it out for now.
Tiles on the cube. Tiles on the cube are still small. The filament slides out.
Alright, cool. We got the filament with us, and if we find the password, we're gonna do some shit. But for now, we're gonna continue on. We're gonna get ahead of this mystery. Don't you worry about it. We still got an hour or two, I think.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney.
Ooh,
This
okay.
must be where the entity lives.
Ooh, this is where the entity lives. Okay, knock on it.
What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens.
Knock on it harder.
Still nothing.
Knock even
No one's
harder.
Those curtains prove to
Oh,
be
no.
surprisingly sturdy.
Ouch.
Your fist hurts now.
Right.
If this is really an entrance to the chimney, then there must be a furnace somewhere as well.
We literally have no
There's
physicality.
another way to get in.
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things?
No can do, Kim. I'm sorry. I need to find a malignant entity, Kim. This is the chimney. This is not random. This is significant. I want to see what's on the other side. I can try. Blow gently on your bruised knuckles.
Ghosts aren't real. Didn't your parents tell you that? In any case, there's no way we can get in right now. Let's investigate further.
Alright. Let's go on. This is from the other room? Okay, what is that? Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. Beautiful. Alright. Postcard, Delta 51. Okay. The sunlight has made this postcard almost completely sepia-toned. Midtown traffic passes overhead. The ghosts of skyscrapers disappear into a beige midday mist. Vapor rising from the delta on which the district was built. This postcard is prepaid. Alright. Like, can we... Like, is this the end of it? Like, I don't see anything here. Wait. Something's coming up when I... Oh. Does someone live here? I mean, yeah, there's like a chair and shoes, so it's possible somebody found shelter in here? I just don't know where we're supposed to go on. Like we said, we can maybe find another way in here, but I don't see any way. Let me see. Yeah, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. The shoes are here, so I would think that maybe there's something here, but it's not. Unfortunate. I was kind of hoping we could find another room, but apparently not. Hello? Maybe I just don't... Is there something I don't see? Like we can't continue on here. This is like a room, but we don't have anything in here. Okay, this is a dead end, right? Yeah. So we can go out here. And there's like coming from down from the other side, but I'm really not sure what to do here, to be honest. Maybe we can come from the other side, actually. Let me just Let's talk to Annette for a second and then reconvene, I guess.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
Do you?
Just can't win.
Yeah.
Out of the rain and into the gutter.
What are you missing here? What does feel familiar? Oh, do we? How the fuck do we have a better chance now? Ooh, because we helped her in. Actually, I think we're gonna save for this one. What are you doing now?
It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
Oh, what is it?
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
She gives you a hat, almost exactly like the one Dick Mullen wears on the covers. Wait, where did you get it?
Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there.
Alright, Annette. You're a good one. It's a detective hat?
Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that.
Alright.
I have to get back to my homework now. Before
Okay.
Mom notices.
See you around, Annette. Thank you very much. Alright, let's wear a fucking... Holy shit. We're looking pretty fly now. Nice. Alright, I'll see if we can get around, maybe. That might be a really cool way to do it. Let me see. So just like the old commercial district, right? So we do have this here, but... we can't get in here, apparently. Can we, like, get around there? Ooh, maybe we can go there. Give me a sec. I mean, to be fair, we got our shit together, so we could actually be, you know. But for now, I don't wanna get distracted and ADHD my way through here. What the fuck did I choose? Alright, never mind. Let me actually go around here and see if there's something. Because I haven't seen what I can do. But this is like the big building, right? So if we can maybe get in there... Ooh, what's that? Is that a back alley entrance?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall? In the dim light, some things become clearer. This is a low chance, right?
You have no clue.
Right. Fuck me, dude. Right, what is that? Alright, we get some healing item, magnesium. Okay, cool. Let me just... A garden hose that won't use if the snow melts, okay. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. There's not a lot going on here. Just a closed door, but you look at it suspiciously, alright. Maybe we're just paranoid. These barrels are half full of rainwater. Alright, what is that? Can I do something here?
There must be another way into the building.
Holy shit. Kim just became a demon. What the fuck was that? A balcony with a view on the yard and the hanging. Can I go up there, or is that not?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Okay.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice. Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
Alright, drama. You're hiding something? Speak up. This is the police. No trouble for me. I just want to know what's going on here. The late young man troubles found you. No. We're gonna go with 2.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
He asks you, adjusting his shirt.
Alright, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Looks like you've got a good view of the whirling backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
Did you look at Kim?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
Ooh, okay.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
The lieutenant takes out his little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Snow blankets, the old patio chairs and dead house plants, and all the neighboring windows are black.
A downy blanket of white to cover up the miserable poverty of the scene.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing?
Yeah, what were you doing?
I had a friend over.
Okay, what kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
Alright, fair enough. What's your friend's real name? Did you see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the dull and darkening sky, the neighboring windows stand silent.
Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Martinez, like the district?
That's definitely not his real name.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're not actually called Martin Martinez, are you?
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
He scans the courtyard. It's silent like the bottom of a well. Every sound captured and reflected back. Alright, we'll talk later.
No. We won't.
He takes one last drag of his cigarette before stubbing it out the snow balcony with a dying hiss.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Convince him to stay? I try.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains.
Hey, listen, lower your voice. I'm just trying to make things, okay again. Can we meet again somewhere else?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding.
Alright.
There's snow gathering on his hair and on his shoulders. A speckle of white against the purple that hangs loose on his slender frame.
I get it, he doesn't want to snitch, right?
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
His voice is soft and deliberate. With a flick of his wrist, he sends a cigarette butt sailing over the rail.
But, hold on, what's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He walks away. Alright. And maybe we got a key?
He's gone.
The lieutenant puts away his notebook and turns to... We should run after him, see where he
No
went.
point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
Yeah, he probably didn't have anything. No. So we just give up?
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that?
He wanted
to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
The lieutenant nods towards a small rock on a soggy patch of
If we
grass.
find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Great, let's do that. But maybe not today.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it.
Turn it over.
There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and the man can be in any of them.
Are we going to find the right
We'll
one?
just have to go in and see.
Put the stone back. One thing I would like to do... well, we checked this out, right? Wait, what the fuck is this? Wait. Alright, so first of all, I just saw two things. The first is orange bumhead. Okay, cool. Reaction speed and less rhetoric. Makes sense, I guess. The second thing is, what the fuck was that? Can we... We can't get there, right? But we... maybe through there. Holy shit, dude. Look at that. Look at that. Can we get up there somehow? This is our little... This is literally our fucking thing. Holy fuck. We need to go there. I guess not right now. Bro, I just want to find a way into the, like, the old commercial district. Got some glasses. These flip sunglasses are fashionable in the old, but have since lost their popularity. Their thin gold alloy wire frames are a reminder of drug-addled bohemian artists. These days, the glasses are only favored by organized crime accountants who desire to look cool. I mean, we could still wear them, I guess. We lose some authority, but we get some other stuff. Eviction notice and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. A loud rumbling snores comes within. Okay, comes from within. I'm sorry. Ooh. Okay. Let me just we gotta get the flashlight out again. All right, old bathroom. Hell yeah. Nothing better than scrounging for alcohol. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Ugh. I got some change. Nice. We keep going, my dude. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. Can't be good.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
Okay.
Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Okay. It's fine though. We can do it. We knock first though.
No reply. No reply.
Alright. Got the Commodore red. I'm not interested in it right now. Let me just get the chain cutters. Wait, can we? Oh, we can hold both of them. That's cool. I didn't know we can hold 2.
This door has been closed with a padlock.
Alright, let's open it.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
We're just entering people's homes, I guess. Let's fucking go, dude. Literally don't know what's happening in here. A flamboyant poster of a white star. Real lithography. This is like an artist's room, right?
The cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns.
Impressive
The name
indeed.
on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov.
Right, so basically Engels. Hello?
Honestly, he does kind of look like you after all.
Okay, why does this tenant have a bust of Krasmazov in their bedroom? Kim, you have to admit that this Krasmazov bears a striking resemblance to me.
Hold on a second. Is this why you broke in here? To find out whether you're Krasmazov?
No, I didn't know it was in there. What do you do? What do you mean? I have to consider and investigate all possible. No, it's purely coincidental. I'm not saying I am Krasmazov, I'm just saying that we look alike.
Sure you are.
Just humor me for a moment. Don't you see the resemblance?
Well, you both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns. But it seems like old Kras here didn't drink nearly as much as you.
Fair enough. How do you know? The bust is probably just a romanticized depiction. Good point, good point. Maybe this bust shows him before he started drinking. Before the bad years. Yeah, I have a problem with alcohol.
Very well. Let's look for identifying features then. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you?
I can't tell. I can't see my face.
Alright, but here's the big thing. Krasmazov looks Samaran, and you don't.
I'm part Samaran myself.
Okay, you win. Be Krasmazov then. I don't care. Why are you so hell-bent on proving that you're Krasmazov anyway?
Because I'm a communard. Because I believe a powerful nation state is the only way to protect the working class from subhumans. Isn't that fascism though? Because actually he wanted stability and incremental progress, and so do I. Because he was totally a gangster and a bank robber who went for all the cash in the world. That's me. I'm not sure, it's just a feeling I have. But I trust my feelings. Alright, we go with that.
Alright, Kras, if you say so.
Why does this tenant have a bust of Krasmazov?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns, okay. Books of critical theory on the monstrosities of capital and such. Okay, yeah. I mean, makes perfect sense, dude. What is that? Don't mind if I do. Kim, you saw nothing. You literally saw nothing, Kim. Alright, let me see. What do his clothes do with me? Conceptualization. And here I get like esprit de corps. So could I? I mean, I could, but I don't know if it would help me that much. For now. Good to have it in our back pocket though. Definitely. Alright, let's keep moving on and breaking into apartments.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The walking stops abruptly, but you can feel tension on the other side.
Knock again.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
This time the steps come closer. Who is this? Demands the female voice, very intense. Interesting that we had the wrong voice line.
Do I have to open the door?
Yeah, you kind of have to. You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Shit.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Damn, Kim, I wanted to steal more stuff. I got another postcard. Boogie Street, okay. The door number 9 is locked, and apparently we can't get in anyway. Alright. Mailbox is overflowing. What's that?
Give me a moment.
I'm shining at her like crazy. Wait, give me a sec. Can I? I can't go in my inventory. Damn it. Alright. We see how she looks here. The elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into the dirty handkerchief. Are you alright? Should I call a doctor? This won't take long. I only have a few questions.
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheeks.
You're still worried. It's very worrying.
It is, but I guess it's normal.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil.
Smoking like the
Right?
devil. She looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
Cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
What was so funny about that?
Because you don't talk to the popo.
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
I have a few questions. Who are you, by the way?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room.
She spits on the floor before wiping it off with a broom.
It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
I mean, this is Martinez, isn't it?
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
I have a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
Is one of the residents on a vacation? Their mailbox is overflowing.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
Of course.
They probably
But just curious.
or died. Hopefully somewhere else.
Who lives in an apartment 10?
No one lives there. It's been empty for months.
I talked to someone through the door.
Impossible. I would know if someone had moved in there.
He pauses, eyeing the hallway.
Maybe it's those countercultural people again. Breaking into a house like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look, will you?
Sure, I'll go see what I can find.
Great. Young people. They're worse than rats.
Holy shit.
Always littering the hallways with trinkets and empty beer cans.
It's not just exclusive to young people, lady. Who lives behind the padlock door?
Oh, that one is a
A
scientist. A
scientist.
future scholar.
Suddenly, the old lady's face is beaming.
I think he studies astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study.
It's called astronomy.
Something to do with all those stars around his door. He asked me to leave his drawings up on the wall.
You mean the star and the antlers? I think that's the symbol of communism. I hope it's possible that she means that. Sure you don't mean astronomy?
That's what I said. Astrology.
The lieutenant shakes his head as though to say, let it go.
We won't!
Come on, people. Try to keep up any standards here. It's not about stars. It's... forget it.
That's all, thanks.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Thanks, I'm off. Alright. What is that? Graffitos is a firing squad for the rich. Okay. On point, I guess. For, like, the thing. Note reads foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. Alright, you know what? We'll take on, like, the case, but we'll also... I think we can look if there's something in here. Waves crashing in the darkness. Nothing here? Alright. Something here? What's that? Someone has torn down the wall. An old grocery list on the table and checks.
What happened here?
Can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall.
It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here.
Yeah, except the stuff in the fridge.
Indeed.
Alright. Right, what, the balcony here? Ooh, maybe we can find a way to actually get to, like, the other side? No, this is like... Ooh.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
What is it?
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled
okay.
the coastline.
Also the war.
Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Take in the ocean.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet rolled over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscured the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Look at the ruins in the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
Damn. What did this damage? I mean, we know, but we're still asking.
The combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol.
So we still are kind of besieged.
Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Hey Kim, do you know who shelled our city?
The Coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
He does not like talking politics of this kind.
Time to go and finish. Let me see. Let me see if there's something we can do. When we came out of this one. Who's that?
The streets will flow red once more.
Cindy the Skull, what the fuck?
Torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
Ugh. I didn't need to know that. I'm sorry. Just want to know your name, little lady. No need to be defensive. Don't use the tone with me. I'm the law. Let's start with your blood type and go from there. Yeah. When were you last? Holy shit. Just answer some questions, okay? You just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive.
And here I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside.
The brush, an artist. The red splatter is urban expressionism.
Maybe it is.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil. Red-dyed heavy fuel oil is only used in government vehicles, or at least that's the idea.
What are you doing on the wall? Do you know anything about the recent murder? That government fuel oil? You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
She nods disdainfully towards the woman performing maintenance on the boat docked to the pier.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features.
Hatred and disgust.
The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
Okay.
That was on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Revachol. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Who's she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though.
We discovered the negotiator.
Be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing.
Do your
Don't
thing.
be afraid to get a bit wacky.
We're already known for being wacky. I love it. Holy fuck. Just Kim's like, do your thing. Be your wacky self.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. Impound that boat while you're at it. I'd like to watch her swim back to us on.
What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
He studies the wall, suddenly pensive. So you don't know what to write. Why are you so committed to defacing the building? So you don't know what to write.
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mono is here.
It lacks impact,
We
okay.
rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
She wants it to be something true and total.
Okay, why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium.
So it's
I thought
basically
I'd mix it up, you know,
anarchist
summon the forces
philosophy.
of crime and social chaos
Mhm.
with a wall-sized invitation.
I have an opinion on this, you want to hear?
Yeah?
I love Publica, don't mind us, keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna have to stop you, this is hooliganism. Actually, I don't have an opinion I lied.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
This
She
is still
means
fuel.
The opposite. You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
Success! We lessened her desire. Is that government fuel oil?
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
She
Admitting
really
to a
did it.
crime.
She's proud of it too.
You better hand it. That's some clever cultural commentary. Fumes are bad for you, okay? Yeah, that's kind of the boring answer, right?
You ain't seen nothing yet, piggy boo.
Okay, if you say so. Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go
Should-
forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
If you say so.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Alright, catch you later, Cindy.
Watch your back, ungulate. You've got eyes on you.
You watch your back, okay? I could arrest you for that fucking fuel. You just admitted to a
Why
crime.
does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes, but what is art? Asking the real questions here.
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment.
It's everything, right? Everything all at once.
In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Kind of tooting your own horn, aren't you? Game. Would I fit into the art world? I mean...
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes.
Disheveled.
Disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
Hold on, is architecture also art? Yes, it is, of course. I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Oh, wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that? Okay, if 50% art critic is what needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it. Opt in. No, I cannot risk another Copo diversion at this point. Go away, opt out. Wait, don't I need to be 100% to get the case finished?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world.
That's right, we need to eliminate repetition.
Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Alright, that's it. We're art cop now. Let's fucking go. What is that? Where are we going? I guess this is the furnace room. Alright, literally got some trousers in the furnace room. I got some real. Enough coal to last for several winters. Smell of chemicals. Alright. And this is... someone's been sleeping here recently. Is that the ladies? Nah. Wait, Cindy's been sleeping here? That is sad. Not gonna lie. I mean, we're gonna talk to her later, not right now. What is that? Above tarps flap in the wind. Forgotten hammers and nail rust. Can we go in there? Door is locked, you can't get it. The chair is new, someone lives back here. Alright, interesting. We can't go up here, right? Shame. But I was actually starting to just look for a fucking way in here. I just don't know where we are exactly. Like, can we... like, we can't go in here, that's like one of the other rooms, right? So I'm wondering... because this is the balcony. And we're not here. Like, we came from in here, I think. Or did we? No, we came from back there, so... we could actually use the staircase, I think. Just don't know where it goes. No, this is not where we want to go, right? Motorcycle repair tools... ooh, we got a nice coat. This classic double-breasted coat suits everyone, including you, and if you ever find yourself battling winds at the helm of a ship when the coat of a heavy fabric has got your back, even if months have left a few holes in it. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Although these jeans look worn, the wearer must have had an ass given to them by the mighty Lord himself. That beautiful peach-shaped man-ass has imprinted itself so deep in the fabric, so you can't but wonder if wearing them would start molding your own vague rear side into a more shapely form as well. Holy fuck, dude. And we have the postcard. This crumbled up postcard depicts an open air market on Boogie Street 5 years ago. A vendor smiles as dead roosters lie in his stalls. Hung by the feet from canopy, red blood flows onto the muddy street. Blurry shadows of people pass. Yeah. I'm kind of starting to ask myself what we can do with the, like, because we had like the search for the malignant entity and we don't know where to actually or how to actually get in there. Like, we found some interesting things, right? But I was kind of hoping we can get into the commercial area from the back. Also, holy shit, this is beautiful. Like, the city looks so fucking beautiful at night. The city looks beautiful. Okay. Last try. I don't know how much time I still have, so I'm gonna just go up here and see if we have missed something. Let me see. I mean, I don't want to pull the weights around. This is like all buried here. We have this, but the password, we don't have the password, right? And there's nothing in here that actually...
Your flashlight, some of the writing has faded with age. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans. Call in, tune out.
I mean, we've seen all of this already.
This old fireplace, the whole thing resembles Kadran.
Ooh, okay, so we can go through there. I didn't know that. We interacted with that, and I was like, okay. Okay, so... Got some shit lying around here. The wind howls in from the cold chute above. Alright, we got some stuff. Now we're in business. Is this a fridge that looks like a bear?
A terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
The fuck, we got a fridge bear?
The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
Oh, please no. What is this thing? It looks like a giant ice bear.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
Okay, crack open the door, I
A gust
guess?
of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator.
Alright,
The
let's look
lieutenant
what's
takes
inside
a
the
peek
fridge.
Inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Alex Rim. No, I mean, he saw something. Look inside the
The
refrigerator.
shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name Revachol Ice City.
Okay.
A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note from the
You
door.
pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Okay. I can't open that right now. Examine one of the ice cream wrappers in
A
there.
friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper.
Alright.
It looks nothing like the fridge.
Okay. What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
Tenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies it in the light. So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper-carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
Then points at the red snaky cable running from the fridge.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Wait, how are they still running this thing? What the fuck? Alright. We got more stuff to see. An ice cream marker, defrosted and unplugged. Oh, actually, I didn't inspect the note that we found, right? A handwritten note you found from the giant ice bear fridge. It still bears some marks from the fruit-shaped kitchen magnets that were used to secure it to the refrigerator door.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Ooh, okay.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. Okay.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Like in this one, right? Please take it home ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. So it needs to be kept cold. I wonder who wrote that note.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe I had to leave in a hurry. Maybe it's because of the entity.
That's a plausible hypothesis.
Remind me again, what's a filament memory?
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
A floppy disk, basically.
It's like
but
a
big.
production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
Okay, who's the illiterate ginger? I think it's Kuno.
Really? You
Lieutenant
don't
looks
have
at
a single guess?
You mean Kuno?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Holy shit, dude. Do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume
So it's not
somewhere
this.
close to the ice bear fridge.
Okay, let me see. It's gotta be somewhere here. Flashlight casts a strange shadow. A hidden doorway here. There is a hidden doorway? Where is a hidden doorway? What do you mean? Ooh, okay. 2 rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we? Look around the secret room. Look, there's a hole in the wall. Shine light on the hidden compartment.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
No, you do the honors.
Sure. Okay, here's some more rifles. None of these seem to be working. And no!
His hand reaches in, rummaging in the dark.
An old Belmagrave rifle. That's rare to find in such good order. Seems to no longer be functional, but still rare. Here.
This should cheer you up.
It's
a
yours,
rifle.
officer. You found this place.
Cool. What does this mean, a rifle
It
here?
means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Ooh, okay, maybe. If they're still functional.
He likes this find.
Where are we? Look around the secret
Seems
room.
like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period.
Okay.
Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Alright. Weapons cache. Someone has struck some busted guns beneath the ceiling. Holy shit, dude. There's rifles upon rifles. Ooh, it's the frozen ice cream maker.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Turn the ice cream crank.
Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping.
Okay.
It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet or an entrepreneur.
Try to crack open the lid.
You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time.
Okay, I trust you interfacing, I guess?
If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your...
Okay, so you're telling me I should equip the pry bar anyway and try it. Also cool rifle. Broken Belmagrave rifle from the Aegis Pass. It's a 4-shot bolt-action military rifle with a wooden frame. Nice, okay. Pry bar time. No. Pry bar's going... Yeah, exactly.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine.
Okay, we shouldn't try it, is the answer to that. Not yet.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Can we... I don't know if unblocking them is actually gonna be good.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear and
Unplug
electric
them.
sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
It's black, it's not like it's a red one. Because it's black, the color of... I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any
Lieutenant
reason.
raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has 1 cable missing.
Alright, can we do something with that now?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
I do wonder if tomorrow there would be like it would be a... We could open it easier?
Both cables are unplugged somewhere.
I mean, we plug it in right now. I don't know if we would ruin what's inside if we just left it to its own devices. Ooh! We actually managed to get out. Okay, that's cool, but we haven't found everything yet, so... Let's fucking go. We do see that... Oh, is there something in there, or did I already get that? A what? An insane mesh tank top. Where did you even get that one? Oh, really? Who put it into that drawer? No further comments. Wear it at your own risk. Clinically insane. What? I mean, I guess we could wear it if we wanted to. What's our current tank top? Physical instrument. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's good and useful that we have physical instrument right now. What the hell am I doing? Okay, let's see what else is in here. The wall collapsed, it's inaccessible now, but we have this.
A thick layer of coal dust.
Ooh, the furnace.
The furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
It is, but we saved before that, okay.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Okay, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
He opens the door and gingerly peeks inside.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Alright, look inside the furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity. I hear the murderer of the hanged man talking. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs.
Maybe it's a malignant entity. Plaison said it lives in a chimney. Ooh. I don't have enough for that, right? Why would I kick it with my foot? I don't want to die again.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
Always has to be the skeptic, this man.
Smear your hands with coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient.
Ooh. We can try it, I guess.
You muster all your strength. Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak.
Damn.
A lifetime of smoking and drinking will do that to you.
Skill issue, I guess.
The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
Yeah, but up there, how do we up there, right? What is up there? Like, what the hell, dude? How do we get up there? I don't know how this building works, honestly. But we'll check it out, right? Maybe now that we actually discovered all of this, we can do something about it.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. East Delta Commerce Center?
Holy shit.
This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
Actually, if there's so much fucking Revachol ICD, nice. East Delta Pinball, entrance from building B. Yeah, there must be like some other building that we can get into, right? From like, there must be. But which building are we connected to? Because I don't see anything here. Unless you want me to talk to Kuno again.
Oh, does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't.
Yeah, Kuno doesn't fucking care, I know that. It's fine. We can't do much with Kuno here. Come on, pick up the pace, please. I don't want to, like, sneak around here. Okay, there's, like, noises coming from upstairs. Maybe we need to go back here and be like, okay, chimney or whatever. Can we talk to her again?
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there?
Dark sarcophagus paused dramatically.
Yes, yes. How what?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
It was a charnel house of failed business enterprises leeching life energy from the bookstore. Honestly, a dump, nothing to see there, just heaps of garbage. Someone should let the sunshine in. I am in no position to give our personal opinions. It's a dump.
But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located the entity?
You don't have anything of substance to tell her until you found that entity of hers.
Yeah. We still haven't found the entity. Where the fuck is the entity? Okay? Like, I don't even know what to do with that, because we're here, right? And we can't do anything here, so we go up. Go upstairs. Right, and the only way to continue from here upstairs is like going downstairs. Right, because we have this here, but... maybe you can go up now and do something. Right.
As before, an iron safety curtain curves before your eyes. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here.
Hello? I yelled, but it didn't work.
Again, your voice becomes a raspy croak mid-sentence. It's silent in the abandoned office building. No one answers you. A sudden bout of self-pity comes over you.
Oh, you showed empathy.
Sire, may we suggest something? Think of the yelling into the furnace as a grand performance. Use your chest voice, not your head voice. Sing from the diaphragm.
Okay.
As before, this is direct.
So, are you telling me to go down there and sing again? Holy fucking shit, dude. Okay, up and down and all around. Alright, we'll go back and try it. It can't be that hard.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it.
Okay.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace.
We can do this, we can do this.
It pitch black.
Can we like log, like, can we like... No, we can't scale up yet. Oh, we have this, Krasmazov. You lose some rhetoric for a while, that's not too terrible. I don't know what the question is. Alright, and we do have the actual art degree. Alright, let's... I don't... Ooh, we need to unlock a slot. How do we unlock the slots? How do we unlock slots? I don't even know. We'll have to figure that out as well. Can't... Okay, well, let's just fucking try it, I guess.
Something breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease.
Oh, we actually succeeded.
Hello?
You hear a woman's voice answer.
You've awakened the entity.
Ooh. I summon the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Handsome-ish spirit. No. Hello, are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
Ooh, nice.
You hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Alright, we're getting somewhere. Holy fucking shit. That was so hard. Like, at first, like, the sound it made, it felt like I failed, but thankfully I didn't. 42% is still very low chance, not gonna lie. Alright, let's get in there, I guess. Alright, come on, can we... This tray is full of dice, colorful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. Candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. What are you doing with dice?
Hello, I'm Nia.
Oh, Nia, dice maker. A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius.
She taps on her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Hold on, what do you mean by milieu? You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window. Why are you asking me about the dice? Never mind. Okay, hold on. What do you mean by milieu?
Yes, a milieu is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to
Ooh, she's doing that.
That's why I have these.
She pats the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting.
A station
I
fanatic.
was so absorbed. I must have missed you knocking.
You must be. You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Sure, I like role-playing games and I need some dice. Maybe I'm not really sure why I'm here, honestly. No, I was looking for something else. Squint your eyes mysteriously answers. I'm not interested in buying dice right now. I'm a police officer and I need to ask some questions. Sure, I like role-playing games. I need some dice.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set. Unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
The walls around here are covered with rows of precious stones and minerals.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shells like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order.
I'm saying how we kind of get to something that is so unusual, right? But that's how life goes. You adapt. Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
They tend to be oftentimes, yeah.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
That too. You will always find collectors for something special.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags? Hey, where are we anyway? What is this place? I'll ask this first.
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here. The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know,
Well, does she know we're a detective?
On when I'm working.
Little mistake
it
here.
shuts out most of the daily ruckus.
Or maybe you can just recognize it. Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
At night, yeah.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
That's fair, I know that. What do you mean by the daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She helps to try to come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids.
Mm.
And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about.
Ooh, that could be
because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
I see, thanks for your answers.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
Where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
It's an insanely big chimney, not gonna lie. She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls, even though they've been repainted. There are still signs of coal black soot in here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
That is a big plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
The lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceiling fading into shadows above. I heard that this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it a doomed commercial area? Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else has gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them.
Ooh, I can ask. Okay, this is cool, this is cool. There used to be a hair salon here, right?
Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something.
Androgynous Orlando.
A big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad. It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
What's wrong with a bit of experimenting? The customers should have been more open-minded. I would never let anyone androgynous touch my hair, not even if my life depended on it. I guess I'm a simple man. I don't really have any opinions on hairstyles. What's wrong with experimenting?
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
Yeah, it wasn't. It's very interesting. I think the word or the origin of androgynous is actually not that, like, I don't even know if it's genderless, but yeah, I mean, it could be. I'm not like a Latin expert, and it's probably got Latin roots, so. What happened to the gym?
It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemiteps Boxing Club.
Ooh, boxing
club. A project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime.
You do see that often in like community projects and whatnot. There's even like a real psychology field for it. It's not very big, but it's called community psychology, where it's like about creating projects within certain communities to help with like the general, like especially youth and children and the education and all of that stuff, and just giving them something to do, something fun and something like worthwhile. And who was Artemitev?
A kind man from Zemsk. He had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym as his way of giving back.
You see that often. Maybe that's what Kuno needs, a community-centric boxing club.
Kuno. Who's Kuno?
He's sort of the king around here. He's a little ginger gremlin who likes to file dead bodies. Indeed, who is Kuno? Your guess is as good as mine.
You mean the kid with the sailor's mouth? Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard.
She looks out of the window, her face reflecting back in the dark.
I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid.
It would take more, but it could help us a little bit. How did that community project work out? Judging from the kids I've met so far, it didn't really work out, did it?
It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Yeah, thank you, Logic. Thank you. I needed that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
Don't think one has something to do with the other, necessarily. Peaceful doesn't always mean good, right? Maybe it's more dead, right? People don't hang around there. What's up with the broken window?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day.
Well, holy shit, that's a task.
What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed?
Cool.
What's the snuff milieu?
And they never cleaned up the debris either.
Wait, and
now it's just littering the hallway, and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own.
Encyclopedia doesn't know what a snuff milieu is. I mean, I don't know what a milieu is, but I kind of can put the pieces together. She's listening to milieus. Snuff is basically, I guess, softcore porn. Maybe not even softcore, I don't know. I don't know the exact definition. And they never cleaned up the debris. Okay, cool, very cool about the debris, but what's this? Nothing. It's a shame about those windows. I'm not even going to ask about that, Miu.
It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims.
Wait,
Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Wait, are you serious? Okay, maybe I didn't want to know.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that. As if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world.
I guess she disassociated with that piece of information.
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
And she lets the thought go. Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts. I saw mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist?
Oh, so we did have a taxidermist.
No, he mostly just did drugs.
Holy shit.
Anything else?
I found creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came.
Insect rights? What in the name of...
The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings.
Okay.
And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket.
Which means what you have to do is actually find an alternate material.
And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Maybe they've been working on it too long if they... I don't know. I'm glad that someone took care of the little guys. I like insects. Insects don't have any brains or feelings. They have brains. We don't know if they have feelings in the... definitely not in the sense humans do, but... You know. The question is how much self-awareness do they have, right? They got what they deserved. Making clothes out of beetle wings is a terrible idea. I don't know, man. I guess I'm glad somebody took care of the little guys. I mean, at the very least, it's upsetting the ecosystem, but I don't know.
Really?
Looks at the windowsill. Where a dead fly is lying on its back, legs curled up in about. Yeah, I mean.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
Oh, alright. Okay. Weird intrinsic empathy feeling, okay. What's with the rollerblades and skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
Holy shit. That is fucking rough.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
That's illegal. Why hasn't he been arrested?
Sure, it's illegal, but it's not exactly anything extraordinary in business.
It is not.
Besides, Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around.
Ah, well, they probably didn't want them. Also, I do apologize for that. We will be probably right back with you. Yeah, right there.
They were just props. Why return them? Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long.
Yeah, also, I don't know if we wouldn't be endangering anybody. I found a strange machine.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She closes her eyes as some remnant of a memory lights up her face.
She liked them.
I would assume she liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then.
As a dice maker.
I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wiro.
That's understandable. Fantasies are serious things. The mind is the drawing board of history.
Holy shit. Some of these lines are insane. The mind is the drawing board of history. Yeah. Sometimes fantasies are more important than realities, aren't they? For some people. In some situations. Sometimes.
They certainly took their work very seriously. Even if they seem to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that. What do you mean liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can still hear them chit-chat behind her curtains on a cigarette break.
They seem to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
From what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive. Really, they must have been on a gigantic ego trip. I mean, some of them maybe.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on.
Yeah, and while there might be a grain of truth in it, it's not the whole truth now, is it?
In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
So I'm actually doing that. Okay. So much meta commentary. Well, showing up at work on time is incredibly hard. As a detective, I would know. That's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great. You're right, they should have just tried harder. They had everything they needed to succeed. Sometimes the vision is just too grand, right? You think you have all of the time in the world, all of the funding in the world, and it just doesn't pan out. You need somebody who actually has a vision. That's why you have so many lead designers, lead artists, like lead directors for certain projects, be that games or anything else. Anime, for example, as well. And if they have the vision, like it's their job to keep the vision, right? To keep the core of the vision alive and to decide which tangents are too long and which tangents you can kind of entertain to let the creative juices flowing. It's never easy to cram a creative endeavor into something that is limited in time, limited in money, limited in possibilities. Because the two of them kind of oppose one another oftentimes. Although a little bit of pressure, a little bit of like challenge can definitely get the creative juices flowing. But long term, it is obviously bad for creativity to press it down in too much of like a true and tried formula and to put too many rules on everything. And that's like the rope walk that you're doing, right? As somebody who is in a creative field, that you're creating something on a timeline, on a budget, and you're creating that. And you hope that your creativity can be expressed well enough, and you can get it all out in time to actually make it something grand, something impressive, something that sticks with people.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
In this case, yes. She tosses a pair of dice on the table and then stops near the edge of the metallic desk.
The result
a dice roll.
1 on a 20-sided die.
No, we net one, holy shit. We net one.
The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else?
There was a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revo ICT. You're in for a treat here.
She smiles and leans closer, hands on her knees like a stand-up comedian ready to tell a story.
The place was owned by 2 guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Do I even want to know?
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
Alright, what about the other ideas?
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth.
20 cents per hour, holy fucking shit.
And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Fritte does the same thing.
Holy shit. Reaction speed actually coming in with the punchline. I know a girl just like that. She works in Frit as a cashier and she's not particularly friendly. What did they expect? 20 cents per hour is a dog's pay. I'm surprised they showed up for work at all. That's an award-winning idea. How else do you choose people around you? I don't have an opinion on employee teens. I just want to know, did it work out for the business? What did they expect? 20 cents per hour is dog's pay.
Oh, but they did. They did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand.
Oh god.
And they already had the bear.
She closed her eyes as if remembering something painful. What about the bear?
The bear.
She repeats, pressing thumbs into her temples, like trying to suppress a headache. It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator.
I don't know about that.
To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
That was probably the main problem, not gonna
Eventually,
lie.
Ravenshaw ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
And all of that marketing crap didn't help them. Sometimes it doesn't. The marketing, it's the market doing its job. I'm sure the bear was doing its best. The bear was scary every time I saw that bear. I felt scared. Nah.
Maybe. Because the taxidermist who made the bear definitely wasn't doing his job.
Yeah, I understood.
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherian.
Yeah, I mean, sounds perfectly reasonable.
Sounds cool. Why is everyone doing drugs in this place? Is there a taxidermist?
Megatherian?
Megatherian. A mega wild beast.
What's a mega? Very cool, but I don't want to hear about bears anymore.
It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
Yeah, I mean, I figured. I do drugs. I've got a vision beast myself.
Do you? Well, good luck keeping it under control. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
She seems almost sad finishing the story.
Anything else?
Yeah, we gonna hear it all. I found the building's intercom.
For a long time.
Oh, sorry. I didn't want to interrupt you. I found the building's intercom, but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me.
No, I didn't.
None of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
So you're telling me that you have a doorbell here. Which one?
The one with an empty name card. It's the last one in the list. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
Cool. So you, I have a few more questions.
Sure, I'm listening.
Or maybe not. Actually, I had other
Good.
questions.
I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know about the people call it the Doom commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but
She
I don't
nods.
think those stories are true.
She nods as wind howls in from the furnace shaft above. Wait, how do you explain what happened to all those companies then? Plaisance says the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Plaisance is a wise woman. She has Seminese trinkets protecting her against the curse. Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There's hardly any customers. And she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. Holy shit. Talk shop. Because it's just biding its time before it strikes again. Sooner or later, everyone will fail, even here. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's what I'm here to investigate. I'm here to investigate why they are not bankrupt yet. No, I'm saying two.
Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in racks? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Hold on, the whirling in racks part of the Doom commercial area? Yes, but still a separate building. The malicious energies can't reach there. No, the whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off and customers have trouble paying bills. Talking about myself, hello, what? You're right, the whirling doesn't really look like it's cursed.
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project.
But they're not connected. You're right, the whirling doesn't really look like it's cursed.
And then there is me.
She sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there, scattered from knives to carving files to wire cutters.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business.
Where are all of these fucking
Yet
role-playing
somehow
enthusiasts?
I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
It's very strange.
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Plaisance thinks it's because you're the source of it, a malignant entity. It's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you. Curse will get to you, I have no doubt about it. It just doesn't care about earthly time frames. I'll be the first to admit there are many inconsistencies in this so-called curse.
I was just about to ask.
She leans forward in her
Do you
chair.
think? Do you think the curse is real?
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
I think it still might be you that's causing this. Narrow your eyes very mysteriously. Nah. I'm starting to see that there's no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations. Honestly, I'm still not sure. This world is a puzzling place. I'm gonna go with 2.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring.
She pinches the root of her nose. Most of the time it is, indeed.
But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
The interesting thing is, if we have stuff like curses, right? We can externalize the problem. We can say, like, it's not me who failed, right? Or it's not like me being unfortunate in the sense that, like, I can explain it, but I can just put it onto this entity that is kind of inexplainable, right? It was a matter of course and nobody could have done anything about it. On the short term, it definitely makes things easier, I'd say, if you're struggling with failure. The problem is, in the long term, it doesn't help you to improve or adapt in any way. It doesn't help you to actually identify the real issues and the real reasons why stuff fails, right? Businesses or just endeavors that you're undertaking.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
Yeah, definitely.
The bookstore closes starting 2100. You'll have to do that tomorrow.
Damn. Okay, we'll tell her tomorrow, I guess. Shivers, legendary. Why hasn't their business failed?
You feel nothing. If anything, it's uncomfortably warm in here.
Start taking off your clothes. You need to connect.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
Does make a stares at you while you start to fuss with your pants. Lieutenant exclaims sharply. The zipper, it's time. Oh my god. This is just me as a thought in here. I'm trying to lower my body temperature. It's part of the special technique. Holy shit, dude. This is coming close to sexual harassment. Is it just me or is it hot in here?
No, I don't feel hot. We're in a derelict smokestack. If anything, then it's cold here.
I'm trying to lower my body temperature. Never mind, it was a terrible idea.
In a stranger's place of business? Yes, it was. An unbelievably bad idea.
She trembles as if trying to shake it off.
Yes, I apologize for my colleague's behavior. He's still recovering from an unusual medical episode.
That doesn't really excuse it, does it?
Alright, you know what? I'll order a die from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
I'm sorry, I actually know what die I want.
How about an amber die?
Amber. A poor man's goals.
Who told you amber was cheap? It's beautiful, really, and has been treasured since the ancient times. For 7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from piece of amber with a fossilized insect. It's perfect for those who can't seem to let go of their past.
I need to think about it.
Maybe you have some other ideas for dice? No need to rush.
We'll see. I'll see you again,
Hey.
okay? Psst. Look around.
Hey, you.
Me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
How come there's words on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, compel all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket.
Literally murder
all human beings, regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Alright, that sounds like me. I haven't said anything like that. I've said some mildly left-wing things, but none of those.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind.
Ah, yes. I'm the monster. Wait, like I'm the big bad wolf dressing up as like Red Riding Hood.
Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have
as the grandmother? The grandmother.
Fire up the big communism builder.
Wait, first,
or
what's?
Do we get right down to it?
Wait, what's this communism even about? Roll up your sleeves and start building communism.
Failure. It's about failure.
I don't do failure.
Of course you do. You are failure. You are communism. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped, shat on. While everyone
You're not wrong.
Out partying, having a callous laugh, you will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother.
Holy fuck, what a monologue.
You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
We are the last,
now
no.
Get to work, comrade.
It's too tiring, I don't have it in me. I'm beat down and broken.
Very well. I guess no one will build communism then. Tell the working man it's over, unless anyone has objections. No objections. It's mathematically impossible to achieve a classless society. Everyone knows this.
I actually don't like this, to be honest.
Anyone else? There's no one? There's no one. Okay then, lie down and let the water carry you downstream.
Goodbye, communism. Was that like a thought we finished? I don't think so, right? Okay, we're gonna stick with this. But do let me know if there's a way to regain certain thoughts, right? Like this, where we opted out just now. Or if this is like a permanent decision. You can sleep after 21. Sleeping heals all your health and morale and whatnot. Alright, we're gonna go home. Come on. I guess the bookstore closed. I don't even know how to go home, to be honest. Oh yeah, this way. Yeah, let's just fucking run. Let's fucking go. Oh, this is so much easier. I should really use the keyboard more. Oh, we can't get out because it's too late. Okay, wait. We know how to get out. Go over here. And walk past here. Dude, I don't even know, can we, like, use the thingy?
Tiles on the cube are still... Nothing happened.
Oh, wait.
Like a smooth draw, the speaker comes to...
Good evening. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Let's try the password for the production schedule. We'll finish that off then.
Please repeat the password.
Oh, wait. I thought we had one. Is it my birthday?
Still no. I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the film.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
I don't know the password.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident, thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still... The filament slides out.
Alright, I don't know. Mystery left for another day. I'm sure we're gonna find the password at some point in time. I just need to go outside right now. And go back to bed. If we have a bed to go back to, honestly. Alright, so let's turn in and see if we actually have a bed to go back to or not. Ooh, there's a lot more people over here. You know what? Actually, we're gonna end it for... No, you know what? We'll talk to them. I can't talk to a lot of people anyway, right? We'll talk to those people tomorrow, hopefully.
Can I help you?
Oh, wait, I still have... Wait. I still got my flashlight on. What the fuck? No. Okay, it's good. All good.
Can I help you?
So about the money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
How much do I owe you again?
A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real.
Damn.
Yes.
I thought we could talk to him because we can't sleep, right? Unless we can? Unless it's possible? In which case, like... No! What do you mean? I want to sleep in my room, please. Holy fucking shit. Thought we could sleep. Because it just said like that we could sleep at 2100. And we can't talk to guard about this?
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Yes. Yes. Have you got it? A lot. A lot. Yes.
So there's literally nothing I can do. I can't even sleep. What the fuck?
Hello again, sweetie.
Nah, that's fine, dude. I mean, maybe we ask her. It's kind of shitty to ask her, not gonna lie.
Hello again, sweetie. Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth.
Tug on her heartstrings, I guess.
Try to force a tear out of your duct. Really rip into the whole emotional aggression thing.
It doesn't help, okay. Oh god, I'm not going to die at the street, aren't I?
Officer, get a hold of yourself, please.
Alright, let us take like some stuff. He leans in, only you can hear, but his tone is forceful.
Sweetie, I'm sorry, but I think you need more help than I can give you.
Looks distressed and even a little frightened. What is a paycheck? I haven't seen any paychecks. Okay then. Let's change the subject.
No, I'm so sorry I don't have money for you. If there's anything else I can do for you, just ask.
Damn. Like literally, we have no idea what we're supposed to do.
The worker isn't.
Alright, who are you? It's all about money. Damn, you're right, dude.
Can I help you?
Do we have a new? No, we don't have a new one.
A lot. Yes.
Like we have 22 real to our name. What are we gonna do? Alright. I guess we'll end it for today. I wanted to turn in and maybe go to bed or something, but apparently that's not in the cards, people. I don't have money. So I do guess we're looking for money as fast as we can.
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
But I didn't want to do that actually. All right, let's actually end it here. We're gonna check in next time again, see how we can get the money to actually sleep, or maybe just don't sleep at all, I guess, and talk to Play Science in the morning with like our first solved case, basically, more or less. I mean, it's not really a case, but we kind of figured it out, I guess. And then we'll go to the body, see if we can actually manage to do it this time around, like with the endurance and whatnot. And hopefully we'll figure out how to do like how to unlock more thought slots. That was Disco Elysium. I do hope you enjoyed it. It was kind of all over the place, not gonna lie, but kind of felt very ADHD in a way. I got distracted by all kinds of things, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. And I'll see you again in around, I guess, 10-ish days. That's kind of like the time frame I've set myself for the next one. See you then.